Jonathan here, and today we're going to be going over the different types of planks that you can do at the end of class for your 1-minute challenge. I received a question from one of my YouTube subscribers asking me, what are the benefits of doing a plank at the front in comparison to doing a plank at the back? If we were to get into a plank on the carriage facing forward, we would be working a little bit more of our upper abs. You're working your triceps and shoulders on your hands. If you're down on your forearms, you're working your shoulders. You're definitely working your core. Do not sink your back. A little bit higher is better than way low. Even if you see someone piked up like this, it's okay. They're not doing anything wrong. It's better to be in an upper hip position than to arch the back. If we were to turn around and go to the back, and then hold a plank at the back facing the back, it would be more of your lower abs working because the carriage is pulling you back through the springs. When I have a couple of minutes left over at the end of class, I will typically do a 1-minute plank or what I would call a plank freestyle. I tell everybody, hands on the front platform, toes on number 1, push the carriage out and hold, softly bend your elbow, lightly lift your hips, and the timer starts now. You have 3 options. Let's freestyle plank. 1, heel raises, lifting up 1 foot at a time. Option 2, toe taps, tapping the outside of the carriage, bringing the foot back to the carriage and alternating. Option 3, mountain climbers, bending 1 knee forward. You can say plank to pike. You can say panther. You can say hip dips. Whatever you can think of, just do it. Because we all watch those reels where they make fun of a plank for 1 minute, and when we look at the timer, it feels like time hasn't passed. So I think that it's fun to do different variations inside of your 1-minute plank hold. And then how I sell it is I say, do all 3, do 1, whichever one that you want. Work on the things that you want to get stronger at. And it's very important that you always give the option for someone to come down to their knees. Form over everything. I don't want anyone's lower back to dip or arch. Now here's my explanation of neutral spine. If someone is in a plank in neutral spine, sometimes the hip is a little bit lower and in a diagonal line. I say to lightly lift the hips to the tabletop position so that if someone were to get tired, they would sink down to neutral in comparison to being in neutral and sinking down into bad form. That is my explanation of why I choose to lightly lift the hip in saws, in flying core exercises, and my planks. I started at the front for my 1-minute planks, and as time passed, I started to move to the back. Then when I got stronger at the back, I started to do something else. Now at the back, when we're doing a plank, if your toes are all the way forward next to the strap or next to the well, this is going to be a lot easier. But if you wanted to intensify, all you would do is move your foot closer to the center of the carriage, and this would make it extremely difficult. So walking your foot forward to the edge, easier, and walking your foot back towards the front is harder. Another thing that I do to intensify is if I know it's 1 minute left of class, I'll add on a second light spring, kick to the back, and that way I have 2 springs pulling against me for a difficult challenge. But remember, if your lower back starts to hurt you, you need to take a break. It is not worth it to hurt your lower back or injure yourself just to challenge yourself. There's a lot of people that I'll see with scapular winging. That's where their shoulder blades come up and the upper middle back collapses down like this. Their ears are close to their shoulders, and this is causing a lot of weight from the upper body to dump down into the wrist. So we need to come by and place our hands on the middle upper back where it's collapsing and tell everybody to push up into the hands. This is going to help the weight get out of the wrist so that the wrist doesn't take on too much weight. Another thing that you can do is if you move your shoulders back away from the hands, it's going to make your wrist less heavy, but please remember that this is going to make your plank a little bit more difficult. I hope this helps with your 1-minute plank. If you do this 1 minute plank freestyle, let me know in the comments how you enjoyed it and what people thought about it. And if you have something creative, share it. I'd love to hear. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.